Welcome everyone. My name is Elizabeth Willett, Senior Fertility Herbalist with the Natural Fertility Company. We are the naturalfertilityshop.com and naturalfertilityinfo.com. And I'm going to talk to you today about excess estrogen. Signs of having excess estrogen, also known as or aka estrogen dominance. Something that women come to us concerned about pretty frequently and that accompanies many fertility health issues. So I thought today would be a good day to talk about some signs and symptoms. So estrogens really are a primary female reproductive messenger. They are one of the primary female hormones that we do need. We naturally produce them. We do need them to have a healthy menstrual cycle, to have healthy bones, have healthy gene expression, to maintain healthy cholesterol levels even. So they're really vital for our female health and fertility health. Hi, welcome. So I want you to not be scared of estrogen, but we need to keep estrogen in check and in balance to have a healthy menstrual cycle and to have overall optimal fertility health. So some signs of estrogen dominance that some of you may experience or be curious about are breast tenderness, allergy symptoms like asthma and hives, particularly before your period starts, between ovulation and when menstruation starts. Decreased sex drive at times, depression with agitation or anxiety particularly, dry eyes, early onset of menstruation, fat gain particularly around the middle, fatigue, breast cancer of course, foggy thinking, hair loss, headaches, increased blood clotting, sometimes blood clotting issues, fertility health issues, irregular periods, insomnia, particularly insomnia that is more I guess it could be all cycle. It doesn't actually really matter when you're experiencing insomnia. PCOS, sluggish metabolism, so that weight gain again that doesn't seem to ever move, shift, or be able to come off. PMS, especially endometriosis and uterine fibroids. So what causes excess estrogen or estrogen dominance? Overconsumption of commercially raised animal products and foods that are on that dirty dozen list. So things that are highly sprayed with chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, things like that. And animal foods fed with them. A lot of feedlot raised animals do consume the foods that are genetically modified, foods that are sprayed with chemicals, and then we actually do get remnants of those toxins through the animal meat. Pollution, being exposed to lots of pollution through your environment or through your work. Stress and pollution mimic estrogen receptor sites in the body. It's really an interesting fact, but excess stress. Eating a large amount of processed soy foods can also mimic estrogen in the body and be a source of excess estrogen, particularly which becomes particularly concerning when soy is GMO, which it mostly is in this country, in the United States where I am. PCOS and endometriosis can also have estrogen dominant actions. Not only are they fueled by estrogen, but they have estrogen dominant actions within the female reproductive system in the body. So if you're concerned about estrogen dominance or having excess estrogen, you know this is something that you're dealing with, or you've had some of these signs and symptoms and you're curious, these are natural therapies to learn about. Many of them can be implemented whether a test proves estrogen dominance or not, because these things are not going to alter or change in any way your body's naturally produced estrogen that you need. That is the estrogen that benefits your bones, your metabolism, your menstrual cycle, your period, all those things I mentioned at the onset of this talk. So consider fertility cleansing. If you've learned you have an estrogen excess or estrogen dominant issue, a fertility cleanse can be helpful. Liver support is important. Avoid excess xenohormones. Those are toxins that I've talked about before and that you may already know about, but things that come from conventionally raised animal products and foods and conventional body care and cleaning and lawn care products. So what do? Try to eat organic, especially animal foods and those foods on the dirty dozen. Avoid heating foods in plastics and consuming liquids out of plastic frequently. Plastic water bottles are kind of a no-no now. There are alternatives. Transition to natural feminine care products and natural body care products. And if you garden or care for a yard, choose organic products that are for your garden or your yard as well. not only for you because you're going to be exposed to them, but also for the environment and all that trickle-down factor. Make sure you consume adequate amounts of fiber and phytoestrogen foods. People often are scared of phytoestrogens, and they shouldn't be. Phytoestrogens are most plant foods. Most plant foods contain some sort of phytoestrogen or plant estrogen. It's just by nature how they're made. They're actually known to protect the body from those harmful xenoestrogens, the harmful estrogens that we get from all the things I just talked about. They can actually benefit us. They can help the body, they can hook onto hormone receptor sites and protect them from the very strong action of a xenoestrogen or xenohormone, any of those toxins. Phytoestrogens really don't need to be feared. I really encourage you to learn more about them if you're interested. Some supplements to learn about would be DIM, royal jelly, maca. Yes, I did say maca. There are some informational sites out there that suggest against maca and royal jelly and those foods that tend to have phytoestrogens because they can exacerbate symptoms, and that isn't the case. That's not what we found. We found that they actually protect the body. Maca aids the body in helping control estrogen. It'll help find balance, help the body find balance where it needs to, and again, protect from those xenohormones. Not to mention that it's also very nourishing. It's high in lots of really great fertility-friendly nutrients. Fiber, I mentioned fiber. Fiber is really important for helping keep our blood sugar levels balanced, but also for helping our body eliminate those toxins that we've talked about. So oftentimes we come into contact with xenohormones and xenoestrogen toxins without really even knowing it or realizing it, or we're in a situation where we don't have an organic option, but really want the thing that we want, the food particularly. So it's important to help the body eliminate the toxins that it naturally will work to eliminate, and fiber is one way to do that, as well as liver support. Hi, thanks for joining. So what I've talked about so far, and I'm going to just quickly recap. Think about fertility cleansing. Decrease your exposure to xenohormones and those toxins through your diet and your body, or your lifestyle, your body care products and your lifestyle products. Consume adequate amounts of fiber and phytoestrogen foods, and consider learning about DIM, royal jelly, and maca. We know that we live in a time where there's more pollution than ever before, and as a result we're seeing a lot of chronic health issues, but lots of increased fertility health issues as well. We really we must take control of our health through our diet and lifestyle. We have to make changes in these areas to protect ourselves from toxins and excess estrogens, those harmful bad estrogens that come into our body through diet and lifestyle and the things I've talked about here. We also need to know that there are many allies. I really want you to know that there are allies. I've talked about them here for helping maintain estrogen balance. Whole foods, herbs, bee products, and perhaps maybe the most important thing is education, which is what I'm here to do. If anyone has any more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. That's what we're here for. We'll do the best to guide you to articles that hopefully will help explain what you're asking, or lead you to products to learn more about, or get you to the people who can answer your question best if we can't. So thanks for coming today. Thanks for joining. I'm happy we're all here to ask questions and participate, and we'll see you again next week in June. Can you believe it's going to be June? Oh my gosh. All right. See you then.